Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video I'd like to speak with you about the FMCSA and what's been keeping them busy so far in 2023. First, roll the intro. Welcome back. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses, in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased town owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always guys, big thank you for all the likes you provided in all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming, and let's talk about the FMCSA, what's been keeping them busy in 2023. We'll continue to keep them busy. We made several videos on some of these topics. I'm going to summarize some of the stuff here. I'll leave little cards in a corner as we touch on those things, and and throughout the video, so you guys can kind of go and explore in those different areas, because it looks to me like the FMCSA is really focusing on safety, which is good. Focusing on automation and technology and improvements in technology, as long as they're helping the carriers, as long as they're making everyone safe, as long as they're making our jobs easier, I'm all for it. But when we're having an economy that's crashing, seemingly, even though we're told otherwise, when we have the markets where most carriers aren't able to cover their bottom dollar, just their operating costs alone, and they're some guys or many guys are actually losing money on every mile that they're running, in hopes that the markets will turn around very soon and that they don't have to go out of business. Those are not good things. Those are not good things. And when they're focusing on some of these issues, some of these things that we're going to talk about, makes me wonder where our resources, or whether or not our resources are being invested in the proper areas, in the proper channels, right? So we're looking at heavy vehicle speed limiters. We've talked about that. I'll leave a card in the corner. Heavy vehicle speed limiters, the automated braking systems. We've talked about that. How you guys feel about that? The automatic, emergency braking systems, automated driving systems. So we've made several videos on that. There's a new safety fitness rules that are being set in place. It's a new system to identify unfit carriers. Okay, so that's actually something that I plan to make a video about in the future when there's more information. I actually looked at the proposed bill that went into Congress, and it just doesn't cover anything. I mean, based on the 6 pages in that bill, I read the 6 pages. I've looked through it. I thought it'd be really complicated. It's really straightforward, and it provides really no information. So I don't know exactly what they're voting on, because there's really no information in that bill to really make a decision, for congressmen to make a decision. All right, now there's a very heavy focus on automation and as well as reducing barriers to getting CDLs, which is strange. We made a video about the ELDT program. We made a video about the new requirements that have gone into place for further education, making it more difficult for new guys to get their CDL. So I don't see how that's reducing barriers to entry or lowering barriers to entry. Now, they're also considering increasing minimum insurance requirements. Again, we've talked about that as well. There are several congressmen who have been really pushing on that. If you dig in many cases deep enough, you will see that they have family members who are employed by law firms who it would be in their best interest to have much higher insurance requirements for trucking companies throughout the industry, because then they can sue them and make a lot more money. But hey, what do I know? So there is that. They're also reviewing the effectiveness of the ELDT program. So now that it's been a little while, they want to see, has that actually made anything better? So another thing that we'll revisit. They're reviewing advanced driver assistance systems, which are called ADS. Those are broken into multiple categories, which I know a lot of the old school drivers are certainly going to be against. Very heavy focus on automated vehicles and inspections, and how automated vehicles are going to be dealing with inspections, getting pulled over, like basically autonomous vehicles, right? Robot-driven vehicles. How are they going to deal with work zone safety and construction zone, emergency responses, and generally the automated driving evaluations on how well have they done on road, right? Furthermore, The ADS systems that they're planning to implement starting this year, 2023, are going to have forward collision warnings, much like the premium vehicles and some of the mid-level, mid-grade cars that are coming out nowadays. Forward collision warnings, lane departure warnings. A lot of you guys with cars and trucks have those technologies now. They're looking to put those into your semis. Automated emergency braking. Personally, absolutely hated that feature in one of the new BMWs that I was driving when my car was being repaired. And honestly, the thing just scared the living crap out of me because there was no reason for it to slam its brakes. And yeah, you should be wearing your seatbelt, but had I not been wearing my seatbelt, I probably would have smashed my forehead right on the steering wheel. Would have been even less of a fan than I am already. So automated emergency braking, they're trying to stick that onto semi trucks. Don't know if that's a good idea on a fully loaded 80,000 pound vehicle moving at 60 miles an hour. I don't know. Pedestrian collision warnings, as well as, and leave the best for last, definitely gonna have to make a video about this one called the Level 8 inspection testing. Have you guys heard about this? Definitely leave your comments in the comment section below. So I'll put it this way: electronically conducted inspections while the vehicle remains in motion. You don't know what's going on as the driver. It's collecting carrier data, reducing congestion at inspection points, and saving time for carriers and drivers alike. CDL status, some of the information that they're going to see on you, your CDL status, the driver, hours of service or HOS compliance, camera data, vehicle screenings, electronic credential automation, and a whole lot more that I'm not going to cover. When we make the video about it, I'll go into granular detail. But guys, all these things I just covered, how do you guys feel about that? Is trucking moving in the right direction with all this automation, all this technology, all this advancement, or should we pump the brakes on it? Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I'm going to switch over the camera. We're going to look over the loads that we book for our customers, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of these loads. Guys, this week we got vans and reefers. Rates are still down, negative trajectory, going down. You gotta make sure to remove all your restrictions. Guys, no more of those. I won't go here, I won't go there. No more of that. This freight is too heavy. Listen to dispatch. They're moving you around for a reason. If you want to make this kind of money, this is the best of the market. May not look good, but we still got guys making, over 20 grand a month gross. We got guys hitting 23 to 26,000 a month gross. You can still do it. And then there's guys out there who barely, scratch the surface. If you look at the way that these guys operate, it's like night and day difference. So if you want to make the money, you got to go out there and you got to do what's necessary. This is not the time to be picky. Let's start off with a reefer coming out of Alma, Georgia and McDonough, Georgia. 2 pick and 1 drop going to Atlanta, Georgia, local run. Very light load, 15,000 pounds of frozen food. -10 at a reefer, 216 miles, booked at $750. Got him $347 a mile. Excellent job. Then Kennesaw, Georgia, going to Orlando, Florida. Regional run, 32,000 pound load of chocolate, gum, as well as confections. I believe 55 degrees on a reefer, 465 miles, booked at $1,600. Got him $344 a mile. Then Leesburg, Florida, going to Hagerstown, Maryland with a 14,000 pound light load of fresh food, 32 degrees on a reefer. 906 miles, booked at $23.50, got him $259 a mile. And it finished off out of Mount Crawford, Virginia, going to Pottsville, PA. 42,000 pound load of food products, 33 to 39 on the reefer. 244 miles, booked at $915 bucks, got him $375 a mile. Excellent job. Couldn't ask for anything more than that. Did a great job Monday to Monday, 7 days, solo reefer. Ended up only running 1,831 miles, gross $5,615, which is excellent considering they got it at $307 per loaded mile average. Excellent job, solo reefer. Moving on to a dry van coming out of Findlay, Minnesota, going to Butte, Montana. It's an FAK load, 42,000 pounds, 1,046 miles, booked at $3,300. Got him $315 a mile. Great job. Then they headed out to Idaho, Idaho Falls, Idaho, to Avista, California. Light load, 26,000 pounds of dry food, 930 miles, relocating, $1,700. Got him $183 a mile. Then out of San Diego to Santa Rosa, California, took a 44,000 pound load of dry food, 548 miles, booked at $1,335. Got him $244 a mile. Equally good. 7 days, Friday to Friday, gross $6,335 on their week. 2,524 loaded miles at an average of 251 per loaded mile average. So the money is still there. You just got to go out there and get it. Next, a reefer coming out of Plymouth, Washington, going to Arlington, Texas with a 43,000 pound load of onions, 1,840 miles booked at $4,000. Got him $217 a mile on a ton of miles. Next one was a tonu. It was coming out of Carrollton, Texas, supposed to go to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Ended up being a $200 tonu. Ended up picking up a load out of Fort Worth, Texas. Took it out to El Paso, Texas with a 42,000 pound load of potatoes. These are frozen potatoes running at 0 degrees on a reefer. 604 miles booked at $1,550, got him $257 a mile. Did a great job with that tonu as well. 7 days on the road. Let's take a look. $5,750 booked for the 7 days. Ran 2,444 loaded miles at an average of 235 per loaded mile average. Next, we got ourselves a dry van coming out of looks like Fort Garland, Colorado, going to Sun River, Montana. 25,000 pound light load of building materials. 1,000 miles on the dot, booked at 2,400, got him 240 a mile. Then Manhattan, Montana to Royalton, Minnesota with a 40,000 pound load of potatoes, 926 miles booked at $1,400, got him $151. Then Roseville, Montana to Cedar Rapids, Iowa with a 45,000 pound load of recycled cardboard, 253 miles booked at $800, got him $316 a mile. Then Sigourney, Iowa to Nisland, South Dakota with a 27,000 pound load of seeds, 759 miles, booked at $1,950, got him $257 a mile. That ended up being a solo dry van Friday to Friday for 7 days on the road, grossed $6,550, ran 2,938 loaded miles at an average of 223 per loaded mile average. Then we got ourselves a Syracuse, Utah, going to Shelbyville, Indiana with a reefer, solo reefer, 35,000 pound load of frozen foods and -10 on a reefer, 1,548 loaded miles at an average of $2,800. Gross at $2,800, got them $1.81 on the load. But then at Lebanon, Indiana, they took a 3-dropper going to Conway, Arkansas, Port Allen, Louisiana, and Belle Chase, Louisiana as a final. Looks like a grocery load of 43,000 pounds, 1,060 miles booked at $2,900, got them $274 a mile. And that was it for them, Friday to Thursday, so 6 days on the road. Ended up grossing $5,700 in 6 days, ran 2,608 loaded miles at an average of 219 per loaded mile. Not bad whatsoever. Next, we got ourselves a dry van coming out of Memphis, Tennessee, going to Plainfield, Indiana with a 25,000 pound load of dry goods, 446 miles booked at $1,100, got them $247 a mile. Then right out of Plainfield, going to Nashville, Illinois. Looks like a 35,000 pound load of agricultural products, 216 miles booked to $700, got them $324 a mile, going to a very good market, especially for a dry van. Then out of Bridgeton, Missouri, took a real good load, going to Edison, New Jersey, 38,000 pound load of basic prepared and preserved foods, 950 miles booked to $2,100, got them $221 a mile. And they finished off 2 picks out of Perth, Amboy, New Jersey, going to Sapulpa, Oklahoma, 28,000 pound load. General merchandise, 1,353 miles booked at $2,100 again. That's got him $155 coming out to Oklahoma, good market. 7 days, $6,000 gross. Wednesday to Wednesday, ran 2,965 loaded miles, $6,000 gross. Got him an average of 202 a mile for this market. This is good. They're gonna finish off with the last one. It's another dry van with a 1 pick, 1 drop, coming out of Waukegan, Illinois, going to Washington Courthouse, Ohio. Light load of 18,000 pounds of plastic totes, 387 miles booked at $900, got them $233 a mile. And then they finished off with Lebanon, Indiana, going to Hermiston, Oregon. Longer run, very, very long run, 44,000 pound load of dry goods. 2,039 miles booked at $4,100, got them $201 a mile on over 2,000 miles. Guys, excellent job running. That ended up $201 a mile. Ended up running for 6 days, Tuesday to Monday. Ran 2,426 loaded miles. Got an average of 206 per loaded mile average. Got an exact 6 days on the road, $5,000 in a regular dry van solo. So guys, you can see the money is there. Is it fantastic? No, far from it. Can you still make $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 if you push yourself? Absolutely. Do we still have guys that are grossing over 20K a month? Absolutely. 20, we have guys that are hitting at 26K, 23K a month. So we have plenty of guys. In fact, 26,920 in March, one of our carriers, $26,920. Those are real numbers. Those guys don't stop, they run, they're not late, they do a great job. A lot of people are not doing that, but they still want this same type of compensations for, for different type of performance, right? Not to that level. So if you're willing to perform, if you're already performing and you're not, and the dispatch is underperforming, you're not making good money in this market, you can't be playing games. Give us a call, text us, 801-448-6363. Go to our website at aftdispatch.com. Telling you, we have very experienced dispatchers. We have a full staff. We'll take care of your paperwork, insurance certificates, credit checks. We handle billing and invoicing. We know what we're doing. Been doing it for a very, very long time. You want to give experience a try, quit messing around. This is not the market to be playing games and trying this and trying that. Go with the best, stick with it, get through the difficult times, get a hold of us. Again, call or text our number, information's in the corner, go to our website, fill out the forms and get in touch with us. We'll take care of you. Until next week, guys, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.